go. Where you been at, young man? To the back. Pressure.
Yeah. Fucking all night, we don't look at no clock. She twisting my head just to pull up some locks. Call me on go, she won't tell me to stop. She told me to come and I came in the spot. I love how you go up and down like a star. I love how she goes when she busts like a glide. I love her little feet, baby, flash a little high. Yeah. Fucking all night, we don't look at no clock. She twisting my head just to pull up some locks. Call me on go, she won't tell me to stop. She told me to come and I came in the spot. I love how you go up and down like a star. I love how she goes when she busts like a glide. I love her little feet, baby, flash a little high. Fucking all night. Till the sun's getting right. You know I'm a star, we fuck, she ride like a first class flight. When we up in the air, we ain't got no limit. I be a drum, she be my lieutenant. She drive my whip and you know that it's tinted. Might make a stop on this trip, we might fuck in the backseat. She be giving me time to relax me. She very swift and persuasive. I be riding her curves, get lost on her way. She won't tell me stop, she a gangsta. I know the move go wrong, she ain't gon' hesitate. Little baby gon' pop. She my little youngin', but yeah, she got my heart. And bitch be cap, you know to play your part. Long as you keep it real, I won't play with your heart. Little baby, you the one, she a blessing from God. I can't believe when I met her, I thought it was a mirage. I never take another trip and go and stay at the Mirage. In the garage, got a QA, yeah, with a digital dash. She hop in and we take off, baby, we go so fast. We ain't gotta stop for nobody. Shawty know I got your body. Anytime you need me, baby, you can just call me. I pull up fast, like I got a GT. You know it's on me every time that I walk through. You know you protected, baby, you ain't gotta doubt it.
Where you been at, TB? I've been around, man. That's it. Forget about it. I've been around. That's all you need to know, bro. For real. All you need to know is I've been around, bro. Oh, I ain't even catch y'all. Y'all been driving, bro. Hold on. Pop this out. Ooh. Let's put this about right here. Everybody get in. Bam. All right. The question. Did phill, just phill, get raped at 32 cents a mile? I mean, they talked about phill like he just, they got him out $1 million. They got phill out $1 million. Let's go to the top of the Rebirth education. Brandon says, phill don't know jack. I'm paraphrasing here. He used a cuss word. A good truck driver needs to know their value. This is why all these companies pay low and treat truckers like crap. Gosh. Yo. It got to be all that, though. Good gracious, man. Dude says classic phill. Yo, why y'all gotta talk about my mans like that, dog? One guy says I came in the game making 17 cents a mile 5 years ago. Pam. Chef Capone sends to the Cash App and says, just in case law comes through and cuss. Y'all have to change, though. The bottle room out is $4.50, so $10 ain't gonna do it, but I appreciate the support. I really do. 70 cents a mile minimum for hazmat, speaking from experience. Listen, man, I don't want to say that, you know, I don't want to be that how do I say this? Because y'all are making it seem like phill just got handled. Can we at least go back to the fact that phill was brand new, never drove a truck before? Can we look at that? Phill never drove a truck before. Chef Capone, thanks for the love. Adrian Terry. he says, "Can I get a few shots on the board?" Can we at least touch on that? He was brand spanking new, man. Brand spanking new. He didn't know much. He wasn't gamed up. Wasn't none of that, man. I gotta take up for him, man, because y'all going at Phil. Phil got screwed like a Phillips screwdriver. Y'all going at Phil like he should have known. How was he supposed to know? He's brand new in the game. He don't know. He ain't know no better. He 20 years old, 21 years old. You know what I'm saying? He fresh thigh meat, smelling like Similac. And that's what they do, bro. That's how they move. That's why certain companies want to hire you straight out. They don't. It's like, Phil, man, they going at you like you was supposed to come in the game knowing everything. Like he was supposed to come in the game knowing everything. You can't just come in the game knowing everything, y'all. Cut him some slack, bro. Can y'all cut him some slack? Y'all can't even do that. It's just he should have known. Okay, how much should he been getting paid from no experience, butt naked out the door? What was he supposed to be getting? What was he supposed to be asking them or expecting from them? And he's never driven a truck before. What was he supposed to expect? I'm waiting. What do y'all think he could have asked for, knowing nothing, like just out the game? What do you think he could have asked for? Since y'all know so much. Y'all just saying he just got bent over. Like they just had his way with him. Half of y'all started at CR England and Swift. Do you thinking you didn't get bent over? Come on now. Come on. We got to be, gotta be honest on some of this stuff here. Come on now. That'd be the sad thing, man. It'd be the sad thing. Like y'all just act like, oh, we had it all figured out when I came in the game. We didn't have it all figured out. When I first came in the game, I got 22 cents, man, from the jump. I tell you. He should have came in at 50 from jump. No experience. Never drove a truck. Okay. We got 50 cents. Right, Angelique. We all got touched a little bit. I just don't want y'all trying to make Phil seem like he's a separate case, like he just slipped. Like Phil just slipped. It was slipping, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? Like, I'm about to send it to your IG, Phil. Like Phil just was slipping and they just has had their way with him. Like, come on, bro. Don't do that. Don't act like Phil ain't I ain't straight Lisa. It's what's good. Ain't nothing going on, Willis. Can't judge a man on what he doesn't know. That's a fact, dog. He didn't know. He just didn't know. And they got him. But I'm saying, who didn't they get? What company driver came in at $1? How quickly we forget, man. What company driver came in at $1 a mile if they ain't leasing? I'm talking about what company driver. We all got hit. See, Devin said I got 26. I got like 22, 24 from England. So he was doing a 12 more than me. He was doing the 10 more than me. Look at that. Zeus say he started with 26 cents a mile. Like, y'all acting like Phil just ruined the game and oh, let's pull Phil in here. Phil,
What's that, man?
man, why they acting like you just took too low of money, bro?
Listen, the people have spoken.
What's going on with that? They saying that you done got molested and raped on. They took advantage of you.
Well, I mean, what could I say? It was the dark ages. This was before, information was widely provided as we've been doing for the last I don't know how long.
Right.
And the people that I did try to go to reach out to, at least as far as the internet is concerned, um, I'll put it to you this way: they subscribe to a different agenda,
What agenda?
and huh?
What was the agenda?
Well, this particular agenda of people, they are they're very for us or against us, and if you're not doing exactly what they want you to do, they're not trying to hear it because, I came in just trying to ask questions that any rookie would ask, and they attacked me like most truckers would.
Really?
Eh, Oh yeah,
So,
this particular group of people, which I don't remember the name of the group because it's been some years since I even gave them a second thought, but I'll put it in the words of Dean. They're of a different diaspora.
and they just ignored you and they didn't give you the drip.
No, yeah, I mean, like I said, I they gave me some answers, but they weren't really explaining the answers. They're like, oh, well, if you got your hazmat, you need to go down to this company and you should do this. And why aren't you leasing a trailer from such and such? And yada yada yada. They just giving me all this random information with no context.
Mm.
So of course, like I said, I was dead set on not going OTR. Like I started talking to these people before I went to school, during school, and then after school, and it just got to a point where it was like, well, I'm gonna just have to make up my own mind because clearly nobody's trying to help me.
Yeah.
And you weren't accessible at the time, even though I was kind of, I had my feelings about you too.
You
So
didn't see. Let's get down to the real, cause Phil ain't gonna tell you the real. Phil thought I was a sucker. He ain't like me. He won't feeling me like that, dog. He won't feeling me like that.
no,
So
you just made me feel bad about myself. So I
what?
stopped listening to you. That's all. That's all the truth.
Now, don't do that. Don't.
That's
so,
the honest truth, bro.
so how did I make you
The way
feel?
you used to give it up back in the day, it was aggressive.
And so when you heard me and I was talking to you, you didn't want to take any of the information. You just felt like I don't like this dude.
It was just like, well, he's telling me this is the only way I can do it, and I'm like, I want to do it my own way. Nobody's gonna tell me that I can't do it the way I'm trying to do it, so I just ignored all of the advice and did it my own way.
And how did that go for you there, Phil?
It went pretty bad to be honest.
So what was I saying to do that you didn't want to?
I did not want to be OTR. That was the main thing.
Mm.
And then in terms of clock management, I wasn't really just hearing you on that because I was just like, I didn't really see the value in proper clock management. Not that you weren't right. It's just I was just like, well, this is working for me. I'm making some money, so why can't I keep doing it the way I'm doing it? Why
So,
can't I just stay in the sleeper for 12, 13 hours
Oh
when I'm
no!
going back empty?
I was just about to ask. So, what were you doing with your clock that you could say now you
So
don't do no more?
so this is what I was doing with my clock. When I was loaded, I was doing the proper clock management, running my clock out. I do what my trainer told me to do, which was to run, 9.5 hours, stay
Right.
in the sleeper for 10 and get on down to the shipper. But coming back, because it was a dedicated account, we would come back empty.
Mm.
So coming back, I'd take my sweet old time. I'd run my shift, then I park at my favorite food spot, kick it for, 11, 12, 13 hours, get up when I get ready, and then go on back to the shipper. Especially when I go to Texas. Oh my God, man. There was so many spots in Louisiana I'd hit.
So you were just burning time.
Oh yeah. And then I didn't even bother trying to learn what recaps were.
You just ran your time out.
Yep. I would just run my clock out and I was like, oh, time to take a 34.
Jeez, gosh, Phil,
And every
man.
chance I got, I was going home. Like there was plenty of opportunity for me to pick up extra loads and actually make some kind of money, but it was just like, nope, I ain't got to work extra. I'm going home. I
So
finished my load. I'm going home.
give us a rundown of what them beginning hazmat checks were. What were you seeing every week?
Well, for the fact that I went to trucking school and came out of trucking school broke, like off the rip, I had to take an advance because I just had no money. Like I was dead broke. Because the money I did have, I used to, eat and buy food and stuff while I was at truck school for 3 weeks. So, like I said, by the time I got to the end of it, I was dead broke. So, off the rip, as soon as they gave me my fuel card, I took an advance. And then from there, I would end up with a check around. I think the biggest check I ever got from them was like $600. And every other time
Jeez.
after that, it'd be like 450, 350, 450,
Oh no. Gosh, Phil, $300, bro.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yo, bro, good gracious,
But that's a
man.
combination of not getting miles because it was a dedicated account and the fact that I was constantly taking advances because I just didn't know money management back then.
So you was, uh, so they let you take 200 out, so you was getting like 500.
Yep. Like it well no, the cap for them was like I think it was like 150 to 200 for the week or something like that. And it was just, I would get the advance whenever the next check came around, and I would just float off that until I got paid. And I
And
wasn't doing nothing with it. I was just spending it. Like it's not like I had bills back then. Like I had my cell phone, and that was it. And maybe some credit cards that I burned up when I was 18, but that was about it.
Phil, I say this with the utmost love. You were just crashing and burning, brother. You were just
Yep,
crashing and burning.
that's the truth.
I'm surprised that your story is very relevant and prevalent because people need to hear that type of stuff. Because there's a lot of people who are listening right now that are doing that. They may not want to admit it, but they're doing that right now. That's a
Oh yeah,
mess.
I hit absolute rock bottom before it really started clicking, and I started, turning the numbers around.
And what do you think was rock bottom for you? Well, what made you say, okay, I need to switch what I'm doing?
When I finally decided to quit Coke.
Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, I stayed at Coca-Cola for a year before I finally just had my wits end and I was sick of it. And funny enough, it kind of worked out to my favor that things happened the way they did because like I said, I left Coke in with a job lined up, but due to some whatever paperwork issues, this company that I was going to, because I was going from working at Coca-Cola
Mm.
to hauling liquor. For whatever reason, they kept with a start date. Like they had did my application, said they were going to hire me this, that, and the third. They would call me with a start date. Basically, I quit because they made it sound like I was going to be starting within a week. And I was just like, I really just need some time to rest. I've been working like a dog for Coca-Cola for the last year. Like I'm just tired at this point. So I go ahead and quit Coca-Cola. And then, a week goes by, 2 weeks go by, 3 weeks go by. And at this point, I'm just running off the money I've had, put to the side. Because at Coca-Cola, I was actually able to put some money to the side at this point because I started, figuring out how to manage money and stuff. But ended up quitting this job. A month goes by, and I'm like, okay, they clearly aren't going to hire me. So I'm going to start looking for work. Spent about another week and a half looking for work in my hometown. Couldn't find nothing. So I was like, okay, well, my other option is to move to Texas because I have family in Texas. So
Yeah, if you can't
left
get a job in
home,
Texas, you ain't trying.
right? Left home, went to Texas for a week. Went to like 3 or 4 different interviews. Had 2 jobs lined up. It was between working for a cement company and going to JB Hunt. So after I got lined up with the JB Hunt job, the only reason I went with JB Hunt was because the cement job is seasonal. Basically, it's affected by the weather. When I'm like, I ain't trying to have my money be based on whether it's gonna rain or not because it always rains in Texas.
So
So
JB
I
was
left
was
Florida with $200 in my pocket, went to JB Hunt, had an apartment within 2 months, and got married the month after that. And here I am
mm.
now.
Well, so was JB Hunt OTR dedicated?
No, it was a dedicated Budweiser account actually.
So you just was like, I'm not doing OTR. Like I'm just not gonna do it.
Yeah, I was still just anti OTR.
How does one get to the point where they're anti OTR? Like, well, what makes them bear down with that ideology? Like, I'm just not gonna do it.
Because I guess I wanted to have a sense of normalcy of having a regular life, even though being local really ain't much more regular than than OTR. It's just you just sleep in your own bed, and I guess that to me was normal enough. And at the time, at that particular account I was on, I had weekends off, so that was cool, I guess.
And
The pay was a little better. I mean, at that point, I started getting $800 and $1,000 checks, and at that time, that was enough for me. So,
So did you ever do an OTR position?
not until now. No, I didn't. This is as long as I've been fully OTR.
And what is the difference in checks?
Oh man, I'll put it to you this way: from the amount of money I made when I moved to Texas to now, I've basically tripled my income, and that's not an exaggeration.
And I've been telling y'all to do it for years. Then go OTR, go OTR, go OTR. I don't want to go
But
OTR.
I will say this though, for the naysayers that are happy with their income, if if your only goal is to just have a good steady job, then by all means you can be a local or regional guy and live out your days and just retire. Nothing wrong with that at all. But for me, when I decided to set a much higher goal, which for me is to buy my own truck and be a one truck business, OTR was the only way to achieve that.
you know, um,
And again, there's naysayers and opinionators and all these things of these one-off situations where people have better circumstances. But for somebody who has nothing or had nothing to begin with, this was the best route to go.
Phil,
I've been broke for too long. This was the way to get to it.
Phil, Phil, Phil. I mean, you are just. I, the fact that you heard me say it and you denied it, didn't like me. I think that is the funniest thing in the world. The fact that what I was
Hey,
saying was actually offending you.
well, I mean that comes with age and maturity. I mean, you got to remember too. I came out of like I went to trucking school on my 21st birthday, and
Ooh.
like I said, I come from a small town with a small mindset. So when you finally leave that environment and start to see things for what they are, and then actually start to listen and see where the things you're hearing are applying, and getting to what you're trying to get to in the end game, then it starts to make sense.
Because I didn't even know you were watching me back then. Because you never messaged. You never said anything to me. You just
Well, that
sat in
was the
your
thing.
truck and was like, I
I
don't
didn't
like
know
this
how to
guy.
actually reach out to you back then.
I didn't see a comment.
No, I didn't comment on videos, but I always watched the lives, and I was there. But like I said, I was just a nobody, so I kind of just blended into the background. Plus, I wasn't going by Just Field back then, so that's probably part of the reason too.
And a sad thing, but like I said, I just wanted you. I just want people to get some money, man. That's all I wanted to get some money, bro. Well, if you see, my thing is, if you ask how to get some money, I'm gonna tell you how to get some money. If it don't match your lifestyle that you want, I can't do nothing with it. Now, is
I
there
mean, that's the
ways to
thing
get?
about it. When you're living in a bubble, it's hard to see outside of your own window, so to speak.
That's
It's
crazy, bro.
until, like I said, until you get outside of that environment and that mind state of you know small-minded thinking, I guess you could say, that's when things start to click and make sense. Like I said, moving to Texas is probably one of the best decisions I ever made in my life.
Mm.
It changed everything for me.
I mean, get you out of that small mindset, dude. You was like, all right, I'm here. I'm ready to do what I got to do. You know what I'm saying? And bing bang booey. Uh, how do I send this to? No, let me send this way because I got a couple of things on the docket today I got to handle, y'all. I supposed to be getting pressed by Lisa about
Oh,
some
I
stuff.
almost forgot about that.
Right. So I'm gonna see if she can come on here and go ahead on and get it out the way, man. let's go ahead on and get it out the way. I wasn't even gonna go live today, man. They be working on the roof. But I was like, I had to go do some other stuff. So I'm tired, y'all. I'm trying to wing it together, you know what I'm saying? So Lisa, I'm sending the link to your old man. Click the link, come on in here. And get depressing me. I'm okay with it. Come on in. Come on in and tell me off. You know they number, right?
I got Law's number.
Yeah, I don't have Lisa's number, so I sent it to Law. I don't know if he gonna send it to her or not. She's supposed to be pressing me by the live that I done that apparently rubbed some stuff the wrong way, and she wanna, get me in check, bro. Get me in check. That's all that is.
Oh boy.
And I welcome it. I welcome it so bad. Please come on down. You're the next contestant on The Price is Right. Come on down. Give me the press work. But man, Phil, I feel, you go through bumps in the road, man. That's all that is. You go through bumps.
Oh, yeah.
You go through bumps in the road, and you do things a certain way, and eventually saying you put it together. But those hard times, they make you who you are, bro. So now when you get in a good situation, you get to when you get in a better situation, you can actually appreciate it.
Yeah.
You can actually appreciate it. Most of the time, even if we are in a good position, we don't appreciate it, and we end up, like I'll say, when I was at the league, I didn't really appreciate what the league did. I switched. I showed enough appreciated once I got over there, and I'm asking for stuff like POs, and they like, we don't do that, and you like, what?
Right, like, wait a minute.
Well, how am I supposed to pay for this tire? They like, with your debit card. I'm like, oh Lord, I got to go home, bro. I got to go home. You want me to pay for all of it? Like, oh,
right.
No. It's your truck. I remember I called one time. I called about some roadside assistance. Man, they laughed me off the phone, bro.
Oh, no.
I had to go to Google and just call a freaking tow truck raw. Just a regular person.
Yeah.
Like, come tow my semi-truck. Man, bro. Man, it was the worst, dog. I was like, gosh.
It hit different when it's your card going through the slide.
Bro, I put my debit card up for like $9,000 with Dirty Bread one time, bro.
Ooh.
9,000 on the credit card, dog. That joint
painful.
Like
I had to be on somebody's watch list because
6,000 on a debit card once. Navy Federal called me and was like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "I'm losing my shirt. Is what I'm doing."
Exactly. Talk about pure heartbreak. Like,
yeah.
It's like, bro, I had to work for this.
right. You think everything is Gucci Woochie till you got to foot the bill, bro. And you do it with the regime. They already got accounts. And you just hit the money.
Right. They got lines of credit ready to rock.
You don't got that. That don't come out of your money, bro, your debit card account. Like, you be like, yo, I went to sleep with 14 grand and going to sleep the next night with $4. So, and I'm not gonna get paid for the next 2 weeks.
Oh my God. that's just painful.
The worst, bro. And that's the portion of the game that I came on and I talked about, bro. I didn't I can tell you, if a dude not doing the way they want to, not doing good in their eyes, they won't do videos. They'll just lie their way, or they just won't say nothing. So their last video is the narrative, and then once they get their stuff back under control, they just drop a new video randomly, and it's like nothing never goes wrong. It's like, bro, that's just not how the game goes, bro. Something goes wrong.
Either that, or you just don't see it in real time, and it'll come back and be like, "Oh, this is why I've been gone for 3 months."
Yeah, that's the move that people really don't see. Hold on, Anthony.
Yo,
Big Money, what's the deal? You listening or you got a question?
Nah, I'm listening, man. I'm agreeing with everything y'all saying because I have money like that and had to pay for some stuff on my truck, and now be 4 grand. I feel you when you said that. I was like, ugh, I know that hurt it, but it happened to me. You know, you rolling when you good because you be rolling like, oh yeah, I got like 15 grand. Next thing you know, something go bad, and now you only got like 2 grand. You be like, good, golly, I ain't lying.
It was all good just a
But
week ago,
it
man.
ain't
It was all
telling you
good.
Literally.
what Chucker Brown is saying is so true. Like, man, I mean, I be so scared from week to week. Like, I don't know what's gonna happen. Hopefully, old Betsy make it. Telling you.
I say the worst feeling in the world is when you going through, you have a good load, and let's say this is a banging load. It's like 15 miles, 1,500 miles for $4,500. Something stupid. You
Hmm.
like, oh, I'm this week gonna be a breeze, and then like halfway through the load, you wake up, you turn it on, and that yellow and red engine light is on.
Ooh, not the
Ugh.
red. Ooh, Lord.
Your whole life just drops. You like, no. Thanks, baby.
Somebody else gotta get the load. You be like, fuck.
Right, and they gonna let them. They gonna come in, and then when you look at it, they only give you like $1,200 out the Oh, you in your feelings, man. You in that hotel for a week and a half, eating cheap hotel noodles.
Oh yeah.
It's
That's
Look, Campbell's and Marl-Chan never let me down.
it's just rough, bro. It's so
and
rough,
they
and
don't and I'll be listening to people like, oh, you gotta have a Cummings, you gotta have this. Man, all the trucks break down, man. It don't matter
That's
which
a
one you
fact.
have. Oh, it's just crazy.
yeah,
And sometimes I feel like unless it's something just absolutely catastrophic, bro, warranty means nothing.
it means nothing at all. But people when you get down to the nitty gritty, people don't really they don't understand that, bro. They don't understand that until it hit them. Hold on, Anthony. I think Lisa gonna come in here and press me. Hold on. It means nothing at all. What is that? But people when you get down to the nitty gritty. Hey, bro, you got to get your sound together,
Yo,
doggy. Yo,
hey, I'm trying to, yeah, bro.
what? Why?
What
Why?
up?
Why your stuff fuzzy again,
Yo,
dog?
yo.
You can't hear me?
I don't know. I'm going on with the StreamYard. I could definitely hear you. And I'm clear on my end. I don't know. I had a problem with that on one of my StreamYards. I don't know if it's my internet on this end or what. I don't know what it is. I have no idea.
Well, you can be heard.
I'm
Where?
looking crispy on my end. I don't know. It
Uh,
looks fuzzy to you?
yeah, I haven't even put you out there until you get it correct.
Yo,
I was waiting on Lisa. Where Lisa at?
I, I know. I'm trying to listen, bro. It's a whole situation with a video that you did on YouTube. So I'm trying to queue all this stuff up. It ain't as simple as get Lisa on and y'all have a talk. You see me queuing stuff in the background. You see that?
I don't need no cues, brother. I need her to come on here,
She
articulate,
wanna,
articulate.
listen. She want me to do this. I listen. She
Oh,
got the link. She should be calling in a second. You not seeing her?
I know she ain't here. I just need her to articulate to
A link.
me what's going on, and for us to go back and forth. There she go. Hold on. Hey, she here now. She here now. Bomb. Get him out of here. Bomb. Hold on, man. Bomb. I hear myself. Why do I hear myself over there? What's going on? I can hear myself, Lisa. Say something for me. Mm. Y'all internet struggling, bro. What's going on with
She
the
probably can't
internet over
hear
there?
you. She not responding. I don't know if she got a Bluetooth in or what. I have no idea what's going on. I'm trying to do this cutest, figure out what video she want me to queue up on YouTube so she can go over it with you. This is what she wants to do. Listen, I'm trying to do on my end what I need to do, and then y'all can do whatever y'all got to do. Hold on, give me a second. Let me go and mess with her sound a little bit.
Go on, do your thing. Why people got to get all ready to press me? Just jump in and press me, dog. You feel me? Just jump in and press me. That's all you got to do. Just me and you in here.
Total amateur.
All right, I can hear you now. You now. Let's get you up on the screen.
I got the amateur thing going on here.
It's fine.
I'm ready. Are you?
You can hear good? No, I'm not ready.
Oh, he's not ready. He's the amateur now.
Listen, we not worried about him being ready. You on here?
Go give me my notes, then TB can play the video.
Yeah, he could play the video if you want.
Give me my notes. I'm going to need you to refer back to one of your videos and play me a few clips if you don't mind, since my producer on this end just can't get it together.
But I'm trying to figure out why we need videos. You can just tell me what I did. Just tell me.
Because I need you to explain it, and it's just way better if you hear it yourself so you can explain it and make me understand what you mean. And I can explain to you why you're wrong.
Pressure. All right. Now this is my thing. I don't know what part of the video, so you just gotta tell.
I'm gonna give you the numbers. He's got the numbers. He's got them to do it, but
okay. Hold on.
You know.
Wow.
When I gotta rely on him to get stuff together so we can do something productively, this is what happens.
Nah, it's crazy. You gotta do all that with him, but you coming on my live telling me I was wrong. That's
yeah. He's getting it too. He's getting it at the last clip.
Oh, but it's just me and you on here, Lisa. What he's getting up don't matter. You don't put yourself in the hot seat, darling. It's just me and you, 1 and 2 versus.
You and me. Let's do it. Okay, so I'm gonna need you to go back to the Kevin Samuels video.
Oh, really? That's what we talking.
Hey, I was at work. I couldn't comment, and I had so much to say, but most of it was for Dean. So only a little bit was for you. So I figure I'll go. I'll give you your smoke now.
Out of 130
take
people.
care of Dean later.
All right. What's the number?
206 to 206.35.
206. I ain't gonna sit on here 35 minutes, but
no, 35 seconds.
Okay, 206.
To 206 exactly to 206.35 seconds.
Let me get to it. All right, let's play it.
If she found someone else that could house her completely, you're out of here.
Absolutely.
Out of here, dude.
Absolutely. Or like I said, she is being with the man on the side that makes her feel like a woman, like a virgin for the very first time.
And when y'all break up and she's living with this dude, she gonna say, "It's just so good to be with a real man."
Honestly.
Okay. So first of all,
whoa.
I don't need a man to take care of me. So if I found somebody that could house me completely,
right,
I'm not dipping just for that reason, because if that's what I was looking for, I'd already have it, first of all. So
okay, let's hold. Now you're officially going with the guru Pitco. So we gotta go slower here. Okay?
Let's do it.
When we're speaking on here, we're speaking in generals. What you'll do for your one opinion, that's fine. There's always an exception to every rule. But the way society has been built for every society, even in people who don't even know each other, it's always been that way. Now, listen, you do what you want to do. See, here go the thing when I don't need it to be an agreement. What I'm telling you is that's the way it usually is. If that's the case, then where is the basis for all the whole marriage situation been for the past 1,000 years? If that's not how it usually is, if it's not usually like that, what way is it usually?
How it used to be, maybe. But when you talk about the marriage situation, because back in the day, the women needed the men to provide for them because they stayed home and took care of the house.
Right.
So, I mean, things have changed a lot. We both can agree on that. And I don't know. It just makes it sound like you're basically, and then you guys, well, then Dean followed it up with,
well, Dean's not here,
or he's gonna leave you.
We can't touch on
right.
Dean
We can't talk about Dean.
Yeah.
I know.
But as far as me, when I say things usually are, that is based on the past up until now. That's what it's based on.
Based on whose opinion, though? Where are you getting your facts? Because I know a lot of women who don't care about that at all.
All right. Let's. Okay, so let's go slower.
Mm-hmm.
When we say it usually is, that's usually based on history in the past. That's not my opinion.
Okay.
That's just what it is. Now, you're saying things have changed, which they're allowed to do, which you're allowed to have your opinion. You say, I prefer to pay for my own stuff. Some people say they prefer it the old-fashioned way. At the end of the day, anybody can do whatever they want to do. That's not, I'm not going to stop somebody from doing what they want to do. Me personally, I prefer to do it the way that I do it. Now, you saying, well, I won't leave just in case somebody can house me. Well, there's no way for me to know if that's true. You're just telling me you won't.
That's true.
So how would I know that you wouldn't?
Well, I guess nobody ever knows what somebody will or won't do. But I don't have a problem with your theory on taking care of your significant other, except for you'd have to break it down a whole lot more as far as the control you have over the rest of her life.
Dun, dun, dun.
So,
holy shit!
I'm just saying.
Hold on. Control.
If you want to pay my bills and you want to make sure everything's taken care of and all of that, fine. But see, like, a lot of us were raised to be independent because we had to be. And if you're teaching your children, your daughters specifically, to be dependent on a man, you're doing them a disservice, because if they have to rely on a man to take care of them, what happens when that man they married, who's taking care of them and housing them with everything, dies? Or, anything, then they're out in the world not able to take care of themselves.
If they're married, wouldn't they get the death benefits?
Sometimes. What's the death benefit? Social Security pays you $255 for a death benefit.
Okay, so basically you're telling your daughters to marry bums.
No. That's the death benefit they pay.
But you're talking about Social Security. Why would you be on Social Security if your significant other dies?
No, you don't have to be on Social Security. I'm just saying that's all they give you towards, that's all they would give you towards burying them or whatever. Yes, you should have insurance and all of that. But okay, but let's put it in your perspective.
Right.
If you don't want to get married and you're with a woman and you take care of her for 15, 20 years and she's never able to care for herself and she doesn't get a job and she doesn't, because she's, living under you, and you're taking care of her, what happens when you're gone?
This is my problem. What part of me taking care of a woman says she don't have a job?
Well, that's what I said. It depends on how much control you're saying you have. Because, if you want to pay my bills and take care of the household and everything, how much are you telling me I'm allowed to do and not allowed to do? Because if you're telling me I'm not allowed to do certain things, that doesn't work for me.
I'm not telling you you're not allowed to do anything. The crazy thing about it is your assumption that I would, because I'm paying for everything.
No, I'm not assuming. I'm asking.
I feel like you are, because you have to ask. Let's break down my situation. My old lady is gainfully employed.
Okay.
She makes her own money. She gets her own benefits, but I completely take care of her. I don't control what she does.
Okay. Well, you said she can't have a car unless she could. I'm sorry. I take that back. You did not say she can't have a car.
No, I did not.
You said she could go out and get a car.
Yeah, she don't have to pay for that now. If she go out and get a car outside of what I'm providing, that's her personal car. I'm not paying for that. But she's already has a car, 2 cars provided for her already. Now, if you just say, I like this type of car, and you decide to go get it, that's your own situation. But you have a car for the house that's already taken care of. You don't have to go do that.
Yeah, it sounds great. It's just, I don't know what comes along with that. What are my responsibilities at that point?
What do you want your responsibilities to be? All right, let's take everybody else out of it. At least let's stop. Because honestly, Lisa, what I'm getting is you never ran into the guru Pitka. That's what it sounds like. It sounds like
I definitely haven't.
It sounds like you have been dating something other than the Diggy Down Brown. So now me and you dating.
Most definitely.
Me and you are dating, okay? We decide to get hot and heavy and serious. I mean, we are serious. We together. I mean, you punching my Panera Bread card when you buy stuff. Like, we together, okay?
Okay.
So we're just saying me and you, no kids. So we ain't going to complicate it. You already doing whatever you doing and making the money you making now. You say, I feel like we, are we going to go to the next step? We're going to live together. Okay, well, come live with me. This is what is provided for you. You have no bills. Because all my bills are already paid. They were already paid before you got here. So I don't see why I need to incorporate you into the way I pay bills.
Okay.
You may have your own car. Bring it. That's dope. But if just in case that you don't have one, I have 2 cars here. They're already done. They're good. You can get back and forth to work, all that. You don't have to help me with lights. You don't have to help me with anything. You don't have to help me with food. I'm already doing all of that. All you got to do is come, be here, give me companionship. And what you do with your money is up to you. Now, in the case of me and my old lady, my thing is, for us to have a kid, you got to come with $100,000. Now, that shouldn't be hard to do because I pay all your bills, and you dang near make $100,000 a year already.
I have to get $100,000 of my own money to have a kid. Is that what you said?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, any
For us
person
to have a kid.
right? Because any person having a kid should be thinking this way anyway. So I don't know why people are having kids without the $100,000. But that's a whole other conversation. Okay. But you have.
No, I was just checking. I just wanted to make sure I had the facts.
Yeah. Because for this far up to this point, you're like, where do I sign? It's all love. Listen.
Right.
You getting your $1,500, $2,000 a month, and it's just stacking up.
Right.
You're good. I don't tell you where to go, or what to do, or how you should do it. Just understand my household is taken care of before you got here. So why would I need to change it when you do get here? I'm not going to move Lisa in and say, you're going to pay half. I'm not going to do that. I'm already good, bro. Now, there's 2 things you can do with this extra money. Let's say you did want a kid. How about you save a nest egg that you keep in your account? I don't want it. So that if things go wrong and let's say I do fall, you got all this money sitting here and nothing changes. Or you invest in what you want. Or you invest in the business that you want. See, me taking care of you, Lisa. I need you to look at the camera. Don't look at him.
Sorry, I'm trying to keep the noise out of your live.
It's all love because we speaking good stuff right now. There's a lot of women that their vaginas are getting wet as we talk, Lisa. Listen what I'm telling you. When you come to my house, you're completely covered because me taking care of Lisa is not for Lisa. It's for me. It has to do with how I feel about being a man. So when a person comes to Lisa and says, hey, baby, I can take you around. Stop. I'm about to mess up my no bill having tail. My man's at home. I don't have to work. You can't tell me something different than what I already have going on. You got your own money. Your credit's great. You got hundreds of thousands in the bank. Your check just adds up. You buy what you want. You go to Rainbow, buy 2 dresses, wear 1. You do anything you want to do. All I need you to do is that give me the companionship, the honesty, and want to be here. That is it. Because if you decide to leave tomorrow, do I not have to pay my rent?
Of course, right.
So why would I have you pay half of my rent that I'm already paying?
Sounds good. I think my problem just is the fact that you think or your stats show that women have such little integrity that they would leave for something else, like if they weren't getting that. That's the way it came off.
Well, that's fine. That's fine if people want to make it come off like that. But women have low integrity. No, Americans have low integrity. If we didn't have low integrity, we wouldn't have the divorce rate we have right now. And we can say we don't like what the Indians do over there, and like the dot, not the feather. You can say we don't like what the Indians do with the arranged marriages, but their marriages are way more successful as far as staying together than ours are. The reason why that being, I don't know. I'm not going to get that deep into it. All I'm saying is, you can come live with me. What? So you gonna fight with me to pay bills? You want to pay bills?
No, I'm not.
You're not going to. So my thing is this: if I gave you 2 options in the business deal, and I said, "Listen, Lisa, you can own a U-Haul, but you got to pay half of the taxes, everything, or you can own a Jamba Juice, and all you got to do is just show up and get paid." Which deal are you gonna go for? You're gonna go for the one that better suits you. As a woman, as you being my woman,
part of the deal is you don't worry about what normal women worry about. They got to worry about coming up with half of the rent. You're not in that position.
Right.
You're with the guru pit girl. Like, you don't have them problems. That's what normal people go through. Now, when my woman goes to work and she gets her check, she don't think about what bill she got to pay because she don't got none. Now she can come to me and say,
great.
hey, baby, I want to go on a cruise, right? I want to go on a cruise, have sex with you, be butt naked on the beach and everything. And she got the money to do that. You see what I mean? That's what it is for me. Now, you may not like my deal because let's be real. I do have veto power. And looking at you, you're not liking that veto power.
Yeah, I guess it just depends. I've always done it all myself and made all the decisions. So it's hard for somebody like me to accept somebody with veto power. But
you got to put your guard down to love the guru picker. Yeah, so you got guards up.
No, I don't have guards up. I just do it on myself.
Lisa, that's a guard. You just said that I'm used to doing it myself, so it's hard for me. No, that's a guard. See, first of all, you should have been with me and looked into my character enough to feel vulnerable enough to give me veto power and direction on where everything's going. But see, if you do not give me veto power, you do not A, respect me enough, or B, trust me enough with your well-being. Now, if that's not done, we're not together no more. Well, what are we together for?
Right. Well, I guess it depends on what veto power we're talking about. Like, if you're talking about the decisions on the financial end, clearly it would be your veto power on the financial end because you are paying for everything. But veto power on just stuff I want to do, that's where I come
No. When we're talking about an annual bill you're going to acquire, like let's say you want to escalate.
Yeah, right.
If you want to escalate, then we're going to have to have a discussion because you taking on a $1,200 a month car bill to go 6 miles to work, that's a conversation we're going to have. It's not like you can't get it. It's like, well, explain to me why this is even a thing. That's more of what it's like. See,
but if I can afford it, then we should be able to come to an agreement, right?
Yeah, that's true. But what if, like you said, what if I die? Can you still afford it?
Right. If I could afford it without you, of course.
Yeah, if you could afford it without me, yes, you could. But at the same time,
well, then that sounds completely fair.
Exactly. But my thing is this. Also in my household, we practice modesty. If I know that you're going to buy a Cadillac, I wouldn't have moved you in anyway.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Because to me, it's not just a bill thing. It's a morality thing. I don't think that's a moral choice. I think it's dumb. So now I think you're stupid now. Now I'm not going to deal with you. Because you just went and bought a $93,000 limo to take to Walmart. Now I'm like, okay, this person is not the sharpest person in the tool shed. So that's what I mean by it. Now, a lot of people may not like this. They may not like my situation, how it is, but let's be real. My inbox is crazy. So a lot of you do like it.
Right. And they don't have to like it.
And and now you're back to the other thing. See, I come from the South. I don't come from Illinois. I don't know what y'all do and everything, but I'm from the South. I don't really need you to like it.
Right.
It's two things you can do. You can be with me and do how my program is, or you can do the other program because I can't force you to be with me. You can just go and give up half your money and live your life.
Right, and you don't want to force me to be with you because that's miserable.
Guess what, Lisa? I don't have to because my deal is so good.
Right.
So behind Lisa is 20 people who's like, please move out of the way so I can jump on that deal. So it's not a situation where it's like I would have that problem. And let's be real. I'm hot. Like
right, of course. Right.
No.
Bottom line.
And when people get down to the point of what's going on with me is the reason why women don't like me is because I'm more brazen than they're used to dealing with. Number one, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm going to tell you the truth. Number two, you have to trust my intention. My intention is to put us in the best position possible. Also, living on only my income keeps our bills in check. We don't start thinking like, well, I can afford a Cadillac. No, we don't think that way because we live on one income. That way we always can take care of it. No matter if someone runs around here and gets titty cancer or someone over here gets testicular cancer, the bills are paid. We're totally fine. That's what I mean by trusting in my direction. With other guys in the way they do it, to me, I'm going to tell you what it sounds like to me, and I don't want you to be offended about it. It sounds like to me when dudes say, well, I prefer it to be half, that means I really don't want to take care of you.
Right.
I don't want to take care of you. And how is that a good thing?
I mean, I don't know if it's a good thing. It's not a good thing. I wouldn't call it a good thing, but
What would you call it?
it is what it is. I, I would just call it. It is what it is.
No, that's okay.
I don't really have a good answer for that.
That's so. If your daughter came to you with both those deals, which one would you tell her to pick? It's looking rough.
There would be a lot more. There would be a lot more questions going into it. Now we're talking about one of my kids, but
But you just asked all the
I
questions.
would want her to be happy first of all, and if both situations made her just as happy, then clearly, if there's less compromise, if she can deal with whatever compromises come with the better situation where she's taken care of course I want her taken care of. But I also want her to know that she should be out there making her own money just in case. There's always a just in case. I always think 10 steps ahead. You have to plan ahead for your future, period.
That's right. But see, the problem I'm having with this is when I say completely take care of somebody, people, not just you, they automatically assume the person is not working. When that's the actual requirement to deal with me. You have to be productive to even be a friend of mine, let alone sit on my face. So I don't see how people are thinking, oh, well, if you're completely taking care of them, then you have to work. That's from the jump. I already know. I don't deal with slouches at all. So you're going to have to be productive as a citizen before we even talk about being in any kind of union. So, of course, she's working. Of course, she's hitting her touches. Of course, she's doing everything she was supposed to do. Matter of fact, she's doing everything she was supposed to do that she was doing before she met me. So why would that stop?
Yeah. Well, when you're talking about it and you're talking about, well, how it used to be where, the men took care of the women, they didn't work. They didn't work outside the home. Let me rephrase that.
Yes, that's true. But see,
they weren't bringing in their own money.
When we're talking about what's in the past, some people will say, well, that's what most women want. That's what they want innately. That's what they want to be taken care of. And I do believe that in some degree, women want to know they at least have the option to be taken care of. At least that you're capable, not even capable, that you want to.
I agree. Yeah, sure.
So that's all I'm saying. Now I could just say, man, pay half because I want to, I don't know what I'm gonna do with that money. I want to go out and just do whatever with my money. And, you're a able-bodied adult. You go do ABs. I'm not doing all that type of stuff. See, what you just found out today, Lisa, was, let me tell you what you found out. You just found out that, first of all, the South got the best men.
Of course.
Let's get out of the way. I don't know what they doing in the North and Chicago and in the West, but in the South, what I'm speaking about is normal practice. What you're presenting to a Southern man, he wouldn't date you.
Right.
He would be like, what happened now? That's why but here's the thing. If you went to the South.
I did.
And you went down there, and I'm sure those guys, they would like you. But then you start hitting them with all this, I got to pay half the mortgage crap. And they're like, what the heck is wrong with you?
Okay, so I don't say I got to pay half the mortgage, but I got to have equal vote because I'm paying half of the bills. If you want to pay the mortgage, I'm more than happy to let you pay the mortgage. But it's not going to be where I get outvoted automatically just because you pay the mortgage. So if that's the case, then yeah, I'm paying half the mortgage because I want to have a discussion about whatever. I don't want to just be automatically vetoed out of it.
Right, because
this is how it's going to be.
Because you're used to dealing with people where you don't trust their decisions.
Absolutely.
But see, you're not
law excluded.
I'm not talking about nobody in particular. I'm just saying in period. Now, what I'm telling you is you wouldn't have that feeling.
That might be true. That might be true.
No, that's a fact.
That's a fact.
That's a fact. You wouldn't have that problem. Number one, because I don't play the wrong direction game. I don't play the wasted money game. I don't play the alcohol game. All right. I don't play the drugs game.
I don't drink. I don't do drugs. I don't do any of that.
See. Law showed me 3 bottles of liquor in your house. I don't allow liquor in my house at all.
Yeah, Law does what he does. I don't drink.
He does what he does, but peep game. And my thing is, my belief is this: if we're do what if we just did what we're supposed to do all the time?
That'd be so much fun.
And it is over here. We do what we're supposed to do. I want my old lady to make $300,000 a year.
I want her to too. That'd be great.
I want you to live your life.
I don't know you don't.
I didn't say
I
what I'm saying
absolutely
you
don't know
didn't.
you don't.
I don't know. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying you don't at all. I'm just saying
Jesus
that sounds
Christ.
great.
I want the woman that I'm with to make as much as she possibly can. But here's the main thing about me needing you to work. When I want a woman to work, it's because I believe accomplishment is the cousin to happiness. I believe you're not going to be happy if you're not doing anything. So you
I
have to
agree.
accomplish stuff. So me paying all your stuff is not a license not to work in my book. Hold on.
Good.
It's not a license not to work. Hold on.
Great discussion. And yes,
One
the
second,
best
one
men
second,
are
one
from
second,
the
one
South.
second, one second, one second.
100.
Law, you seem confused. What's going on here, buddy?
I'm not confused at all. I'm listening to this BS, but you know, you have a question for me? Because I'll be more than happy to answer some.
Who's BS? Me or Lisa?
It's a little both. Honestly, to be honest, I'm sick of both of y'all right about now.
Whoa! Why are you sick of Lisa? What did she do? She just asked the questions.
Lisa is being nice for you. She's being PC for you.
Okay,
she's really PC for you, and I applaud her for that. Because in all honesty, she cut it out. She the type of woman that I like, and the type of woman I like. I compliment my woman. I don't control. Ain't no veto power and shit. We got equal say, equal shit.
We don't do cuss words on here, bro.
Hey, people already paid for my cuss words, so I don't know.
They paid for your cuss words last week. They didn't pay for your cuss words this week. Who paid for my cuss words? Hold on. Let me check. No. Your cuss words cost $4.50 a video. That was paid last week. That's not paid this week.
$4.50 a video.
Yeah, that's how much they cost. So
okay,
let's not use any cuss words.
Let's do this.
What I want you to do is give me the non-PC version. That's what I want you to do. Give me the
non-PC version is basically she wants equal power. Okay.
Okay.
And she is a woman that is powerful enough and strong enough and makes enough money and is able to make strong enough decisions to command that. Now, if she finds a man that can understand that and trust in her decisions and is willing to sit down with her like a partner,
right?
Which I am, lucky for her. She's able to find that. But far as her being PC, that's what's getting on my nerve. It's like she like blah 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 and just kind of agreeing with you, which she don't agree with none of that. It's trash. It's trash. It's absolutely trash. Far as you, what I disagree with is one, that the best men come from the South. Please. Please. I wish she would even please. I wish she would even stand on even please, bro.
Dude, she agreed. She agreed with
me. Last time I check, I ain't from the South. So that's all I got to say about that. And the PC part, like I said, the PC part I already got what I don't agree with what she's doing right now. Like I said, she's playing 2 PC. Now I get it. It's out of respect for your platform, your channel.
Mm-hmm.
But she got to walk a fine line because she don't want to ruffle no feathers, and I get it.
What feathers could she ruffle?
Shots at her. Huh?
What feathers could she ruffle?
She don't want people shooting shots at her. She know we run a platform over here and we get hate emails all day. So I'm sure she don't want the hate emails.
Here's my thing. With people. When I say what I'm saying, I have no need for anyone to agree to it. Now, if she needs that, that's cool. I just wouldn't date that type of woman. It's not a bad thing. There's guys out there, obviously, that will date her. It's just not my palate. Like, let's look at it this way. Some dudes like very small women. Some dudes like big women. It's just a preference thing. Now, there's dudes out there that want to do all that with you. I'm just not one of them. Now, this is my problem with people. I agree. I accept people for who they are. I accept you for that. But the problem is when my opinions come out, people don't accept them. They don't accept it. They feel like, oh, well, this is what it doesn't matter what anybody thinks to me. Cause I feel I'm just right. Like that's how I get down. I don't need to. My granddad said to me one time, he said, what goes on in your house is your house. Now, what y'all doing in your house, y'all can have sex swings and everything. I don't know what's going on over there, but it ain't my business. Now, what goes on in my house is my business. I need no one to agree or accept it. And if I run into a woman who needs that type of power, I just won't date her. I don't have those issues. Like I said, there's a line behind you. I'll just date someone who is getting with my program, as she should. It's eggs also. So why is it even a pressing thing?
I think we all understand that. The thing though, the thing that is not that we clearly disagree on, and that I know Lisa disagrees on, but like I said, she's being nice, is the conversations that we have with our daughters about being women.
Mm-hmm.
Now you said to her, and this is a simple answer for me. She was way too nice. This is a simple answer for me. When we having this conversation with our daughter, would you rather her take the deal of being taken care of, or to do it on her own, or whatever the other situation was, whatever the other deal was to present? I tell my daughter, get that out your vocabulary. Get that getting taken care of out of your vocabulary. I'm raising warriors. I don't raise weak people. So any person that needs another person to take care of them, or even leans, now if you let somebody take care of your bills, but you able to do it on your own, cool. That's all right. You know, it is what it is. You could find you a simp. But at the end of the day,
hold on, let's stop here.
Let's stop right. I don't raise nobody that need nobody. If you need anybody,
where did the word need come in at?
Because we talking about needing a man to take care of you.
No, we're not.
When were we talking about wanting a man to take care of you?
No, none of those. We're talking about how it is when a woman is with me. Need or want are not involved.
But this is the problem. My friend, my great friend Trucker Brown, when you talk about these veto powers and what you can do and what is going to go on, what nobody's going to tell my daughter what she can and can't do. Period.
Well, technically, her husband is supposed to have the power to tell her what she can and can't do.
No, he won't. I mean, that's what she ended up doing. But I will teach her. Nobody tells you nothing. You do what you want to do. You find you a partner and y'all make decisions together. If y'all don't agree, then y'all part ways. Period. You don't follow. It ain't no follow the leader. If you're going to get married, that is a business partnership. You are a partner. You have equal say so. This is 50-50. If he don't want to do that, you get your stuff and do what you got to do, and you pack up and you could come see me.
Then if that's the case,
continue to run the money. How we run the money. And she will be rich.
Would you agree that most women think that way now? They feel like it's a 50-50 thing.
And I love it.
Okay.
And I love it because
I'm not done. You agreed that most women feel that way now.
Yes.
And then why are they whining about not being married?
I don't know, and I don't care.
But see, you're giving out information saying it should be A, B, C, D, E, F, G, but all these women want to be married and they're not getting married based on that premise. So how is that something you should be telling them?
You know why? Because I think that most women that want to be married under the what's the word I'm looking for? Prefix, or how things were in the past no longer exists. The way we doing things now and the way things are, the way laws are made now is no longer. We have to reshape the way we think as people. Okay. Anybody that needs anybody to take care of them is a weak human being.
Well, see, you see, that's my problem with you. The conversation we're having is not about
anybody that wants a person to take care of them is a weak human being.
And it's not about want.
People to take care of me.
But you keep bringing it up. Let's slow this down because you're not comprehending what I'm saying.
I'm definitely comprehending.
You're not comprehending what I'm saying. You're not comprehending it. Don't say you're comprehending it and you're not. You're not. When a woman is in a situation with me, what it is what it is. What she has to do, need, and want, it was never in the conversation. I will use my own situation because that's the easiest one. My old lady is a chef, an award-winning $260,000 a year chef. She doesn't want me to take care of her. She doesn't need me to take care of her. When she got with me, that wasn't what she brought up. I told her what was going to happen in my situation. So putting want and need is incorrect. And to bring it up in the conversation, you do not understand what I'm saying. We're discussing my opinion, not the world, not chicks in Chicago, not your philosophy. If I was dating Serena Williams, she gonna have to want to live in a $405,000 house. I don't know what to tell her. Because I'm not moving in the mansion, bro. I'm not gonna do it. Me taking care of my woman is for me. It's not something she needs. So take the need premise out. When you take care of your woman and your family, that is for you as a man. See, everybody flips it, and then they bring up the incendiary word of simp. Where the hell did simp come from? When did taking care of your see, that's why it just must be a Southern thing. It must be a Southern thing, because we don't call that simping in the South. We don't. It's not a simp thing. I take care of everything in my household. That's for me. Now, it's a byproduct. Is it dope for the woman that's with me? Yes. But it ain't for you. Like I said, my woman can start her own restaurant right now. She has more education than me and has more money-making power than me. It has nothing to do with want or need. That's what I mean by you don't understand, because you keep bringing it up. When a woman comes to my house, it's my way. Needing someone to accept it, agree with it, or understand it is irrelevant. My views in life do not need other people. It's what the Guru Pitka says. It's done. That's it. It's like religion. It's like law. Pun intended. When I speak, it's religion. It's done. Now, every woman may not like that, and I don't care, because I'm not dating every woman. I'm dating one woman. And if this one woman agrees with the program, what is the problem? That's what I don't understand about people, Americans. I don't need you to agree with what I'm saying, because I'm the only one paying the bill around anymore. So why do I need someone else to agree? Ain't nobody paying my bill. I'm paying the bill. You have to pay the cost to be, as they said, the boss. Now, does that mean I'm running around telling my old lady, well, you can't eat cheeseburger? I ain't involved in all that. That's just what it is when you come to my house. Now, you can go take your money and buy your own. And then you can come over here when you want a little lubby-tubby, and you can go back home. There isn't a woman that can dictate what goes on in my house. I don't care how formidable she is. You're under my roof. What I say goes. Period. Now, if you don't want to deal with that, because it's funny, ain't this what parents tell their kids? Well, if you don't like my rules, you need to get your own house. But if this is my thing, if the way I looked at it is so wrong, then why is everybody on Kevin Samuel's page giving him $2 million a year, and all these women are calling in trying to get married and taken care of? Why is that? If they didn't care, just live in your freaking condo, screw yourself with your freaking dildo, and go to bed alone. What's the problem? Pay a gigolo. I don't care how formidable you are. You're talking to me. I say what's going to happen. And if you cannot trust, speaking to a woman, if you cannot trust my direction, you're not the right person for the position. Bye. And I will sit someone down in that position that A, respects the position, B, has the upbringing to understand it. If you don't have the upbringing to understand the position I'm putting for you, it ain't for you. Period. You would have to have come from the family where you've seen your mother taken care of and trusted a man to take care of her and to direct her for you to even like that position. Go get a girlfriend. Then y'all can sit together and y'all can come up with ways y'all gonna do the bills and scissor screw. You can do all that. Yeah, I ain't hating on it. I even watch it on Pornhub. It's your business. But when you come here, I'm the man. What are we discussing? Simple as that. I don't understand y'all. And the way that I am so badly, it's so badly, the way that I think affects other people. It so badly affects them that well, I have a different view. That's irrelevant. Your view is irrelevant. It's irrelevant. Just like my view based on your household bills mean nothing because I don't pay your bills. It's just the way I do things. I just don't understand people. And if it's so bad, why don't they just leave? I don't get it. Just leave. I don't even believe in signing the paper. You're not legally bound to be here. Go away. Take your butt out of that seat and see how long it takes for someone else to sit back into it. It's that simple. Now, the way y'all do y'all stuff at y'all house, this goes for everybody listening. That is your business. I don't care. I don't think of stuff like that. I focus on what's going on in my house. The forcefulness and the aggressiveness of me does rub people the wrong way. I don't care. I don't need to have someone else agree with what I'm doing. I'm not impressionable like that. I do what I do and people do what they can do about it, period. Because when the bills come to the freaking house, I got to pay them. Me. I have to pay them. And that's the way it is. I'm not simping for nobody. If my mistake, simping is when you're paying a bunch of bills and you ain't getting no butt. I get butt on command. I want butt. It happens. That's how it is in my house. It's like, I'm lost at what we're doing. Cut the TV off and show me your movies. Like, it's that quick. That's how it goes down. I'm lost. Like, yes, put oil on your butt cheeks and sit on this teddy bear's face while I watch. And then I be like, I'm a freak. I do what I want. I don't understand y'all, bro. We got callers in. Let's let some callers in speak on my stuff before we get back to the main caller. Phill.
Yo, this is your tech advisor and producer. What happened, my guy? I stepped away for a minute, and I come back and you're flying off. What's going on, yo? But is you good?
We didn't cuss though. See?
True.
See, this is the thing y'all gotta understand. You gotta know how to handle the algorithm. No one said the F-bomb. No one said a cuss word. So according to Google, we could be talking about rainbows.
True.
It's just that.
But
it's just that people don't agree with my way of life.
Right.
And I don't care. Like I don't see my thing is to me where I was born at, you worrying about what other people say makes you not a man. I'm a man. When I say something,
I remember those days.
You're from the South as well.
Oh yes.
I don't care what anyone else thinks about my life because I pay for it. Me. I don't worry about none of that. But my thing is, if you want to live your life, I don't run over to homosexuals and tell them, hey man, you need to be having sex with a vagina. I don't get in their business. That's hey bro,
look,
lube it up. Like I don't got nothing to do with that.
It's your journey.
At the end of the day, it is your journey. Live your life the way you want to live it. But I'm gonna live mine the way I want to live it. And in my world, I want booty on command, and that's what I get.
Yeah, pretty much likewise for the same for me. You know, it's amicable.
Exactly. Hold on, I got to get to other callers before we get back to the main caller. Hold on. Van Dyke, what's your thought process on the discussion?
Well, I'm from South Carolina, so I agree with you, man. I just feel like when I walk in the house, when I speak, it's religion. Straight like that. Especially, in the field. Well, any man that goes out and provides for his family. I ain't got time for the back and forth. What I say is law, and that's it.
What you say is law, and you paying all the bills.
Yes, sir.
Well, you a simp. You know that, don't you?
Hey, call me a simp, but when I walk in my house, I'm a pimp, okay?
I'll take you out of here. He a simping pimp. Ain't he a pimping simp, ain't it? How they say it? You simping. So you pay the whole cable bill out.
Yes, sir. Man, I put $10,000 down on my house. She ain't have to do nothing. She walked in, the whole furniture paid for everything, man.
Dang, bro, you simping out here, bro. Dang,
I'm
bro.
simple hard.
Hold on, let me get it. I got another call in for the main caller. Come on, hold on. Anthony, is you simping or pimping? Which one is it?
Man, I agree with everything you said, brother. Everything. Let me put it like this. God created this earth and he put us on the earth. Everything he did was for him. We got to praise him. We got to do everything that, you know what I mean? Everything. But he runs this. He runs everything. It's the same thing you talking about. And most people can't even see it. It's the same thing. I mean, if you believe in Christ. Now, everybody don't believe
Right.
in that, but if he created the earth and he's the leader of everything, he put everything on the earth for us to enjoy. But he runs everything. It's the same thing. He put man on earth. He said, "Man, you are an extension of me." So whenever if we pay the boss to be the we play the bills and everything, everything is running. The woman can run freely and do what she want to do, whatever you know what I mean. But when we lay down a law, it's the law. You know what I mean? We want booty meat. We got the booty meat.
Get a booty
So
meat up.
you telling the same that exactly running my house the same way you doing it. When I was over here, I almost shouted like I was in church. I'm telling you, TP.
Hold
You telling the truth.
Miss Lisa has to say her point though. She got to speak. Hold on, Miss Lisa.
He was shouting like he was in church.
Heavenly Father.
Okay. First of all, I didn't say I don't agree with your way. And some of the things.
But law said you don't agree.
Yeah. Well, let's go back to law for a second. He's telling you I'm being too PC. First of all, yeah, the person he sees when I talk to other people is different than the person he sees when I talk to him. So that pisses him off when I'm all PC. I'm not being PC and agreeing with you because I'm on your channel I'm being PC because that's who I am most of the time when I'm with other people. But I'm not agreeing with you to agree with you. I am agreeing with you because I see your point. I can see other people's point of view. I don't have a problem with the way you run your household. If that's what works for you and your people and your woman and your family, your whoever.
But Lisa,
I have no problem with that.
You look like you was about to agree to it though. You look like you was ready to sign up.
No. Now that goes. So I don't want to get too far ahead, but that comes down to your preference. It may sound great, but I might get in there and be like, "Oh no, I can't do this." Like that's not me. And it's exactly what you said. You have to have grown up that way. You have to have seen your mother treated that way. When you grow up with a single mother who has to do everything on her own and she raises you to do everything on your own, that's the kind of woman you are. You don't look for a man like you because number one, you're not used to seeing it.
Being in the
number
north.
two, you're not used to.
Hold on. You're not used to seeing it because you're in the north. So keep on going.
That might be. Might be.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Keep going.
Or because your mother picked a loser. But I didn't say that.
Lisa hot today. She says, or your mother saying her mother picked a loser.
Oh, her mom picked a loser.
Jesus. Joseph, keep on going. I'm sorry to interrupt you. Keep on going. I'm quiet.
No, no. So I could say, yeah, I agree with that. Like, that sounds great. It does sound great. Who doesn't want somebody to take the burden off of them? But I also agree with Law when he says you shouldn't need anybody or really want anybody to take care of you. I feel accomplished, like you're saying, how you feel. I feel accomplished when I take care of my own stuff, when I can say, I didn't need anybody for this. Like, this is mine and nobody can take it from me.
Right.
So that is accomplishment for me too. Now, was I raised too independent? For the Southern man, absolutely. I probably was. But I don't disagree with your way. It's just not my way and it's not for me. What I disagreed with, the reason I brought this one point up was that the way you made it sound was most women want what you're offering. And I'm not seeing that. And maybe that is the difference of where we're from and who we know.
So if you're not seeing that, then where does the wanting a man to make more than them thing come from? Where does that come from then?
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Now, I mean, I get it. A lot of women will say it, but most of the women I know are strong, independent women who work and pay their own way almost all the way. So and when they get married, they still, their husbands do their part or whatever, but they're still very independent and they make decisions in the household. And like, I'm not seeing what your relationship and the way your relationship works. I don't see that ever.
You know the main decisions that I make, Lisa? You know the main ones?
Where you live?
No.
What you drive?
No.
Okay.
My old lady picks any car she wants.
Yeah, you did say that.
I have the F-150 when she met me, but I told her go pick a car, and she didn't want one. She said this is fine. So winner. But anyway, the decorating of the house I have nothing to do with. I only occupy 4% of my house, and that's where the studio. Everything else I have nothing to do with. The car, it just comes off of my card. See, what people are mistaking with veto power with is a dictator.
Right.
I don't dictate what my old lady does. When she first got with me, she was between careers, and she didn't know what she wanted to do. So I told her, just figure that out. And I never brought it up again. And she figures it out, and she tries things and does whatever she wants to do. If it costs money, I pay for her to get into it. I told you, all you have to do is do what you want. I'm not telling you to be this person. I'm not telling you to do that. I'm not telling you to do anything. You need to the reason, my belief is this. If I say, figure out what you want to do, you'll probably be happier, wouldn't you?
Right.
Right? Now, peep game. If everything's already covered and you can do something that you like for your mental and soul, let it be art or whatever, and it's not paying that much, you don't have much to worry about, do you?
Correct.
So in that philosophy, you would probably have a higher level of happiness than someone who has to worry about how much what they're doing is paying.
Yes.
That is my philosophy.
Those are facts.
Now, so happens she picks something that almost pays more than what I make. That's her choice.
Right.
Now, a woman says, well, I want to have this and that and this and that and this and that. It may be outside of the parameters that I really want to pay for. I may not want to pay for a fourth car. No, but you're making the money to go do that and take care of that car because that's your thing, that's your hobby, that's what you wanted. That's all love and that's all fine and dandy. But our lifestyle is going to be this level. It's going to be a level of modesty. It's going to be more about productivity and not showing, because that is my belief. Now, you have a choice. This was told to her when she first got with me. You have a choice not to do this.
Exactly.
And
that's why I don't have a problem with your relationship and your setup, because that's what works for you and that's what works for her, and she knows it going in.
You know it going in. I'm not telling you if you own whatever you own right now, and me and you got together, what would change besides the fact you don't have no bills? Besides the fact you have more money in your pocket, what's going to change really?
Yeah, we'd probably argue a lot just because.
What are we arguing about? What are we arguing about?
I don't know. I tend to argue. Maybe it's the men I pick, but I tend to argue a lot.
I'm not going to touch that one. What I'm saying is, what I'm asking you is, you have to tell me a subject to argue about. You have no bills. I don't control where you go. I work. I'm a hermit most of the time, so I'm not even involved in really what's going on with your day to day because I'm working, doing what I'm doing.
Are you going to spend time watching the TV shows that I like, even if you don't? No. Yeah, that's I guess.
So we're gonna argue because I don't want to watch The Notebook?
No, we're not gonna argue about it, but
you think I should be watching your shows?
Once in a while, because if I'm watching yours, you should watch mine once in a while. I watch yours all the time.
But am I forcing you to watch it with me though? Like you could go watch something else. Right?
But if I want to spend some time with you and that's what we're doing. So that might be something where I disagree. We won't argue about it.
Okay. But see, another thing in my house too, you have your own opinion. Just because my opinion is what it is doesn't mean that you can't have your own opinion. You may like The Notebook. I think you're a bad person because you watch it. That's my opinion. I'm not gonna.
That's what we're gonna argue about. Yeah. You thinking I'm a bad person because you don't like what I like.
But look how the things just changed, Lisa. The biggest argument you got is what to watch at night. Ain't that something?
Right? Right. I'm sure there would be other things coming up at some
Like
point.
what? We can knock them out
I
right
really
now.
can't tell you. I really can't. I can't think of
Lisa,
anything at the moment.
you know why you can't think of
Law
it?
could probably come up with something.
I'm
but
sure he could, but you know why you can't think of it? Because there are none. You have nothing to argue about. The main thing that happens in marriages and arguing in relationships is money.
I agree. That's true.
But you don't have money issues. So that's gone. Right?
But I'll tell you, the one thing, the in your little rant you just did, you're coming off with what you're saying. The words you are saying sound like you're being a dictator. So it's hard for me to see the whole picture when I hear two different things.
You don't hear two different things. If you press my ideology, I'm going to get agitated. Everybody does. It is the region for religious wars for the past 4,000 years. If you push me to the point where I have to stress my point aggressively, that's what you're going to get. If you just enjoy your money and go where you want to go and leave me alone, you wouldn't have this problem, now would you?
Right.
You would just be driving your Miata down the street going shopping. You wouldn't be arguing about nothing. Now, also what you would be doing is you would be going to your friends that got to take care of everything and seeing their stress lines while you over here looking 24 years old. Well, Lisa, what's your secret? I don't pay any bills, girl. That's my secret.
Yeah, I mean, it all sounds great. Whether or not I could actually handle that, I wouldn't know until I was in the situation. It sounds great, but I
have faith
don't
in
know.
you. I have faith in you that you would handle it just fine. Now,
thank you.
This is my thing. You got to I don't know if you give him a word in edgewise, but now Law gets to say his point.
Yeah,
and if he agrees with what you agree with, because I mean, y'all weren't on the same page last time I put him on here.
We're not usually on the same page.
Well, okay. Let me back on out and let him say what he has to say and see if he agrees with you. Law, she says you're usually not on the same page, bro. What's up with that? I can't hear you.
I'm a beta, bro. I ain't got nothing to say, man. I'm just beta Law. Beta can't. I mean, Law needs half the cash. I need this. I need that. I'm done with it. It is what it is, bro. You have a way of living. You have what you want. God bless you, and I'm happy you found your soulmate. Too Fly. You guys agree on y'all way of life. I got to say. I don't have nothing else to say.
But we have to talk about
our goals are not aligned, so it ain't nothing for me to say.
Well, Lisa didn't agree. Lisa didn't agree with you when she's in your house.
She don't agree with what? She don't have to listen.
So you didn't listen to her when she was talking?
Lisa don't have to agree with me. She said we don't agree about most things. And that's why we in the situation that we are in. We don't have to agree about everything. I don't have to put my foot down. We don't have to agree about everything. She could do what she want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Certain things I will tolerate, certain things I won't. Period. Certain things she will tolerate, certain things she won't. It's just that simple. We don't have those problems. This conversation about paying half, it's an awesome conversation, but we really don't have the financial problems paying half is a small-minded. That's just small for us. Like I'm in a different situation. And I don't want to brag, but it is what it is. We don't have those. Lisa owns her house. Owns it flat out. I didn't have to buy her house. Her house was paid for when I met her. That's what I'm saying. We're in a different situation.
Yeah, I wouldn't live in her house if she owned it. I wouldn't live in it.
That's cool. And that's awesome for you. You know what I mean? Like I said, if you have a problem with that, that's cool.
She probably could just rent it out and get the profit from it and just live with me.
She could, or we could buy another house and get a profit for it. But we actually thinking about other things. We ain't thinking about renting out houses. But at the end of the day, Law could buy another house and rent it out, or whatever the case may be. See, this is the thing that we talking about here about I wouldn't live in her house. Who cares? I don't care whose name is on the house. Mm-hmm. That doesn't move the needle north or south. What name is on thing? Who gets to say, this is mine, this is mine. You can have it. There are things. I have things too. You can't outthing me. That's what I'm saying. Like,
who's trying to outthing you?
I ain't saying nobody is. That's the point. If you are, then you're thinking small-minded. We talking about things. A house is a thing. Mm-hmm. So whether I live in her house or whether it's me saying, okay, I live in Lisa's house, or whether it's her saying she lives in my house, That's just a small-minded thing. Because if she didn't want to live in my house, she could just go get her own house like she has. Right. If I don't want to live in her house, I could just go get my own house.
Right.
It's not a big deal for us.
But see, this is my thing. It's not a big deal in my house because everything's already paid. So I pay things yearly. This conversation only comes up when y'all get on the show. It's not something me and my old lady sit around and talk about because it's not a discussion. It's already done. What I don't understand is, hey man, why does it even matter?
That's my point. Like I said, that's why I'm off of it. She had 3 more points that she wanted to.
Yeah, but a lot of her points got to do with Dean, and I don't talk about Dean unless he's on here.
No, I think another one that hasn't come up has to do with you. It's something you said.
Oh snap! Now let's pull her back.
I'm not. This ain't for me. This is Lisa's job. If she wants to not address certain things that you're saying, because I know Lisa.
No, okay? You just brought it up. Now I want to know. Let's pull her in here. Lisa.
Yes, there was still one more.
He put you on Front Street just now. So what
I was gonna get there. I just was trying to clear up the situation we were on first.
What's the other point?
But the other point was really the point. This one was just, if you came on Podcast or Die trying to talk to us, I needed a little more than just one point. So that first one was really just, a filler.
Okay.
This is the real one.
Uh-oh.
And now I'm gonna give a disclaimer to Fly. The next comment out of my mouth has absolutely nothing to do with you because I don't even know you like that. And I don't know that much about you, but the comment, I'm just gonna say it un-PC. So let's go to 20845, please.
20845. Do I have that still up? Hold on,
it was an hour ago. So.
Let me find it.
And this one goes to you, and then the very last second's got to go to Laws.
208. 208. You said 45?
45, yes. 20845. And that's going to play till 20927. It's going to play about a minute.
Hold on. We're at 20842. Let's start it from here.
Let me be specific with my question and the reason why I'm saying that. Because women could prefer something and say they want something, but until they had it, they don't know if they truly want it. You could say you want an alpha male, and then you bring him in your household, and he controls everything about you, and then you're like, I didn't sign up for this. So that's what I'm saying. Listen, you can want a preference, but then you get that preference. It's like I could want a Tesla. And then when that thing self-drives me off the expressway, did I really want that Tesla? No.
I can't disagree with that. It's the same thing with dudes who want a chick with a huge butt, but no one talks about that it smells. But they can't wash it correctly. I get that point, but that does not stop the value of the butt in the market right now.
You're right. You're absolutely right. That's all I'm saying.
Hold on 1 second. Trevor has something to say. Go ahead, Trevor.
Hey, how y'all doing?
That's doing good there.
Oh, this is where you want to end it at?
I think so. We at 209.
So this is about booty meat? Is this?
So this is about, dude, what kind of nasty women do you know?
Mm-hmm.
Who I excluded us has nothing to do with you, but what kind of nasty women do you know that their butt smells because they got a big butt that don't know how to wipe their butt themselves?
What? Well, I don't have this issue because my old lady isn't overweight. So
right.
That's not a problem.
But your comment, it was your comment.
It was my comment, and it's a known fact that people who have aggressively sized butts have a hard time wiping them. Now what we're talking about here is not an opinion. That's just math. If you're out here and you're an overweight lady with a huge butt, you're not always going to hit all the nooks and crannies like you're supposed to. It's just as simple as that.
That's absolutely untrue. There's not a single time that I can't wipe my butt completely. I will use whatever it takes to wipe my butt.
But how big is your butt? We're not talking.
I don't know.
Are you saying you have a huge
big
butt?
Butts are in the market.
I didn't see. Listen, I didn't know you had a big butt. Now I
got a big butt.
Okay, so I've never seen that. But it's as simple as this: if a person is walking around with a who's very, very big all day long. Certain things they can't hit. Certain things sweat that don't sweat on smaller people. It's just that simple. Now, some dudes, I've been with big women before, and they're very clean women. I'm not saying that they're stink. I just use it as a comparison. Just same way he said is if an alpha male comes into the house, he's running everything that you're doing. I don't believe that all alpha males do that either. Just like you don't believe all women with big butts. I don't think all women with big butts stink. That's not what I'm saying.
I was like, what kind of trashy, nasty women do you know that can't wipe their own butt?
Well,
because if you can't wipe your own butt, you definitely need to be showering a couple times a day. Using baby wipes. I use a baby wipe every time I wipe my butt.
Let's stop here and talk about the women I've dated. My ex is a business owner. My ex before her is a doctor, and my ex before her is a judge. So I don't run around with a bunch of nasty women. Also, I've only been with 4 people in the last 12 years sexually. So I can't tell you what all women are doing because I don't give myself out that often. Not to mention it takes 12 months to be sexual with me in the first place. So hopefully we've addressed. I've been around you enough to smell you to see if your situation is good. But to act like because the people you know don't stink, that stinking is not a problem. It is a problem when you're dealing with big people. They do have smell issues. That's why big people put powder all over their body and stuff like that. Small people don't got to do that.
Right.
So
I agree with some of that. But I guess what it is, what the problem is, the things you say come up. My bigger problem was you and Dean both on the show constantly say, we're talking about the general. We're not talking about specific people. We're talking about general. We're talking about the world as a whole. But then you make comments like that, and the world as a whole, people with big butts don't smell. Now maybe some do.
How many truck stops have you been in? How many truck stops do you go to, Lisa?
Oh, well, I don't go to the
there's that. Listen, let's explain something to you. First of all, on my channel, I use my own generalizations because I can. It's my channel. Right. I'm the man. That's why people should build their own channel and come up with their own idiosyncrasies on what they believe. Now, it's not a problem because it's only a problem if I say it. So if anyone else says it's a problem, that's not a problem. That's just their opinion. And this is my opinion. I've never dated anyone as small as Too Fly until Too Fly. I've only dated big women. And the women that I've dated never had a smell problem. But do not think that it is not a problem that comes up with big people. I remember my aunt saying that her ex-husband, he would sit down and he was so big that it would be a string of crap by the seat because he couldn't wipe himself. I remember my aunt talking about I had a aunt Bebe. She was so big that she didn't even know she was pregnant. She went to the bathroom and a baby came out.
Yeah, see, we're talking about extreme obesity. I assume we're talking about extreme obesity in these situations.
But I don't understand how you didn't get that when I said huge butt.
Because you said that's like some guys will like a woman with a big butt. That doesn't stop big butts from being so hot in the market.
I thought I said huge.
We're not talking about extreme obesity. We're talking. You said big butts, so that was where I was coming in.
Okay, but see, at this point, what we're doing now, we're splitting hairs, and this is the problem that comes with me, Lisa. I don't care.
Yeah. See, well, that's the other thing. I get that you don't care.
I don't think you do because we wouldn't have sat down and had this conversation if you knew I didn't care.
No, I did. I don't get that. I do get that you don't care because if it doesn't affect you, what's the big deal?
That's not why I don't care. I'll tell you why I don't care, Lisa, because when everybody was tearing my woman up, no one cared.
Facts.
Well,
now
I didn't know you or her at that time. I absolutely think all of that crap is absolutely ridiculous.
I'm sure nobody.
I think it's terrible.
I know they think it's terrible, but here's the point. When it's me on the griddle, nobody cares. Exactly. Nobody sits down and breaks down videos on how it's terrible for someone to talk about my child being a homosexual and my mother dying. So when I come on here and speak, I don't give that courtesy out because that courtesy is not returned to me in my household.
Facts.
So, but this is what I don't get. I don't get why this type of video that's being done now isn't done with the people who are doing real atrocities to our community. Y'all don't do that.
Hey, if I was involved in any of it, I absolutely would.
But they talk about your husband, Lisa, so you are involved in it.
What are they saying that's that bad that I should be addressing? Tell me what I should address. But I want to say one thing. Law does address some of it to you about you when somebody says something about you. He does address it. He doesn't let people come in and just talk crap about you. He tells them straight out that you've never done anything to him, so there's no reason for him to have any ill will or ill anything towards you.
No,
because you've been nothing but a friend to him.
I don't think you have ill will because if I felt you had ill will, this wouldn't have happened. I wouldn't
Oh,
have
of
called you
course.
on. What I'm saying,
Right.
what I'm saying is me needing to have a check on my mouth is ridiculous because no one else has a check on their mouth. So I don't
Oh,
see
I'm
why
not
I would
saying
need one.
that. This was really just all in fun, truthfully. I don't have a
Are you
real
having
beef,
fun?
clearly.
Mhm.
Like, huh?
You think this is fun?
You don't?
I don't think it's fun. I feel like I'll look at it this way. It is content. So I'm not going to say
Yeah.
it's not fun. I'm not mad at anybody because I don't usually get mad about my views because my views are right. But I don't have those problems. But what I'm saying is it's not necessarily fun because I don't see people doing that to people who are doing real damage to to our community is what I'm saying.
Okay.
That's why I feel
I
like
can
it's
see
like
that.
why because I'm not only touching on y'all because people have something to say about what I say all the time.
Oh, I know.
What I don't get is when other people say ridiculous things, no one says nothing.
Yeah.
No one says nothing. They don't say anything about it. They only maybe because I'm open and it's easy to get on my show, so they you know what I mean. So maybe they feel more access to me. But no one says, "Oh, what you said about A B C D E F G is wrong. What you said about women is wrong. You showing women butt naked shaking on the screen." I don't see all of these type of videos and where they're breaking down their video and saying how that person is wrong. I only really see it with me. That's the only time I see it.
Yeah. Well, honestly, like I said, this was strictly a content thing for me, and something that we would not be making a video if
Mhm.
you and Law didn't have some type of friendship, because I would not have come to you clearly about
Right.
this being somebody else. This was something I wish I could have called in just to say. So because of that, I said, let's just do a show. Let's just put it in a show.
I'm gonna set you up with Dean. Because I feel like you have some things
Cool.
that you want to say to Dean. Now, full disclaimer, that's your business. If you go in there pressing Dean about his beliefs, that's all you. And I don't want you rolling that over to me when it goes the way it goes. But I'm gonna set it up, and y'all can
I
sit
don't
and talk.
hold grudges to other people for what other people say and do. And as far as I only saw one video, way back that's older, where I heard a lot of really terrible crap being said about you guys. And I think it's absolutely atrocious. And I don't agree with any of it. But the people saying stuff, the things I hear, I don't know any of these people to any point to actually have something to say.
I don't know them either. I've
No,
never
but
met them myself.
you know their content probably more than I do. So
Probably.
I mean, there may come a time where I can address something that gets said, but I don't know anybody well enough to address any content. I don't. Show me the content, and if it's something I feel strong about, I will gladly address it.
Oh well, your old man has all of it because he dang sure watches it, so he would be able to show it to you. Hold on, I got to get other people's opinion real quick.
Yeah.
One second. Trevor, you're just popping in. What's going on, boss?
Nothing. How you doing?
Nothing. I thought you had something you wanted to say. That's why I called on you.
Yeah, I was enjoying the show until you had to start dogging on the Notebook. What's up with that?
Listen, we didn't want a dog on the Notebook, bro. We just, I just ain't watching it, man. It's just my opinion there, Trevor. If you like to cry and have a good night cry and watch the Notebook, I'm not mad at you, brother.
Yeah, Notebook is great.
I'm just saying, when Noah's sitting there screaming at Allie in the rain, it just does something to her, man.
Trevor, I need you to go get help because you really need it. If you do have something you want to push to, I got to get other people in here. Let me know, okay?
All right, man. Take care.
You wanted to call in about the Notebook. Van Dyke, do you have something you want to say? I guess not. If your stuff's not together, I'm going to clear you out of the queue. If your stuff is not together, I'm going to clear you out of the queue. Anthony Wilson.
Man, you said it all, TB, man. You said it all. Everything that you said, man. I don't think they understand the whole thing of it. I mean, women are more happier that way. They just don't see it that way. I mean, you explained it all. I agree with everything, bro.
You saying women are more hell happy when they're being taken care of?
Yeah, because I mean they are. You know, they don't have nothing to argue about. everything, you know what I mean? The reason why they argue is because everything is, they have to be a part of everything. You know what I mean? You make it easy for them. They, you know what I mean?
Well,
They, what is there to argue?
I thought, well, you know, it's funny because when we hear women say, oh, you know, I'm independent, I want to take care of the bills. And then the argument is, I have to take care of all the bills. So it's counterproductive. It's like, okay, cool. If you want some help, you know what I mean? You're going to have to allow someone to help. You can't have the veneer like, okay, well, I'm independent, I'm this and I'm that, and I'm gonna take everything. But then you complain about, oh, ain't no man out here, or if I have a man, he has to match me in money, and you know, then which one is it? Either you gonna be like how some sugar mamas are, where they're like, listen, I have these things, I have myself taken care of. All I want you to do is just love on me, care for me, coddle my feet. You know what I mean? Scratch my back. You know what I mean? You have some women out there that don't care what you're making or what have you. Then you have some men that's like, listen, I'll take care of you, but listen, I can only afford this. So if you're cool with living under these contingencies, then everything is cool. I think the biggest problem is people compare relationships. See, I don't care what nobody got going on in their household. I don't even think that far into, I just assume that if y'all together, y'all cool. Y'all gonna go through ups and downs. Y'all going to have, you know, problems and stuff. That's human nature. But I don't take nothing to the molecular level where I'm, you know, seeing, well, how come this is doing this and how come they're doing that? First of all, that's a conversation as far as with me. You know, woman to woman, she could ask me, hey, you know, like, because I have women that do that. Girl, TB is crazy. How you deal with that? And I explain to them, I don't deal with anything. I care for him. I love him. I don't have to tolerate him. It's not a issue to tolerate him.
And I'm awesome.
And he's awesome. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's one of those things where I think the biggest thing is, first and foremost, because I'm not PC, mind your business. That's the first thing. If your situation is good and what you got going on is great, don't be worrying about if the grass is green on the other side, because I can promise you, it's probably not. It's probably not for you. It's probably not your cup of tea. So stay on your side and do what you do. As far as if that's an issue off the table or behind closed doors or something that you want to get further information from, I don't think doing it on a public platform is just, because y'all seen what we've been through. That's the thing that always trips me up. It's like, wait a minute. Y'all see we take these bullets. Y'all see we get haters all the time. Why would you bring something like this up in this format, in this public forum? So that was my biggest thing.
I have a good question. You were in both situations.
Yes.
You were in a half and half situation.
Yes, with a light-skinned person.
Why you got to say it like that?
I'm sorry, just so it's clear. Just so it's clear. I was in a marriage with a light-skinned man, right? That I did all the proverbial woman things, right? I'm going half. I'm holding it down and being a ride-or-die woman and all that. I did all that stuff for years.
So what is the difference between being in a half and half situation and the situation you're in now?
Okay, the most important difference is that every time he needs to change direction for the household, he's not changing direction unless I'm able to aid to that. And I'm like, well, wait a minute. I can't do both. If you want me to trust you as a man, trust that you're going to lead us to some type of prosperity, some type of, you know, stability, some type of security. I trust you on that. I can't be doing my part, pulling up half, and then if you fall, I got to cover everything. And it's okay because you're the man as far as in strength. Like his biggest thing was, oh, I can protect you from, you know, someone coming up and putting their hands on you. But the likelihood of that is not good if you put me in a nice neighborhood. The likelihood of that is not going to be if we don't go to places where people are inebriated and fights can break out. So there was a lot of things that he had to understand. Like, wait a minute.
But what I'm trying to get to is on your daily life of coming up with half of your income, you live that way for years.
Yeah.
Then you've lived for the past 2 years where you had no bills.
Yeah.
In your own mental state, for someone who has more earning power than me, how did each one feel?
I feel fantastic. I felt like it was normal. Like I felt the thing that is occurring, or like you said before, if I want to do something spontaneous and you've covered all the bills, my way of showing you appreciation is me carrying that luxury and saying, listen, let's go out, let's have fun and stuff. And, and I'll do those crazy things or something like that. You take care of the bills. You cover so much of the proverbial things that are hardship on men's back that men are raised to be, that I look at it as my appreciation is, okay, if this is what you want to do, or if we going to do something fun, whatever the case may be, I'll carry it that way. Or I'll say, hey, let's go out.
What I'm asking is, you as a woman, because they said a lot of people say what women want. You as a feminine woman.
Yeah.
How do you feel when the bills are being carried like it was for your grandmother?
It feels great. I would tell listen, a partner, first of all, let's talk about the word partnership. That's all fine and dandy, but you love each other, and we supposed to respect each other, and we appreciate what we do on a daily basis. So I feel fantastic knowing that when I go to work and I fulfill what I need to fulfill, and the money is stacking up and stuff like that, and you're doing what you're doing to fulfill who you are as a man, it is a harmonious and contentious relationship. There is no static and no issue. We don't have no issues about no bills and things like that, because I respect you as a man. You told me from the gate, this is what I'm prepared to do. I trust you. You have never proven me wrong, and you always come through. And that gives me the I ain't got to worry about that. And I go out and fulfill the things that I want to do as a woman that makes me feel like a woman and stuff. I don't have to prove nothing to you. There's no competition between us or nothing that. So all that static and all that stress is gone. It feels harmonious. When I come in this house, it feels harmonious. It's my sanctuary. It's where I can let my hair down. It's where I'm loved wholeheartedly against the world. See, the problem is y'all trying to appease the world. I don't think like that. Worldly women are the women that get used the most. You need to concentrate on your home. You should not be on nobody's platform saying if you agree with them or not. Me and TB can have an argument. I guarantee you, we come up on this joint, we are in unison. Always. We always have a fortified front. It's always, listen, what he says goes. Why? Because if you give a person an inch, if an inch of water can go through fabric, the fabric is gone. Our fabric is so woven tight, you can't penetrate through that. And that's the whole basis of union, which goes to marriage or your proverbial marriages and things like that. You're supposed to have it where at the end of the day, your household is intact. Do you trust, and answer this completely honestly, because people would think, well, she has to say that because you're sitting right in front of your face. Do you trust the direction I set forth? Absolutely, 100%, without a shadow of a doubt. And this is why, and I'll put it to you this way. The reason, y'all know that I'll put it to you this way. Y'all see it from his perspective. Y'all may not see me on here as much. I may not post on here as much. I may not come through here as much, but you see the smile. Y'all see the glow on his face. You see that I bring him his food. Y'all see him, I bring him his water. You see I support his show. You see that I do what I can as a woman, period. Period. That's it. There is nothing for me to do or to show other than his results. His results speak for himself. His results show TB is taken care of. So as far as I'm concerned, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. I don't need any validation from it. I don't have to show nobody that. Why would I have to do that? Because it's action. F the words, it's action. Every day is the conscious decision to do better, and every day is the conscious decision to love someone. It ain't no money involved. This is me waking up and saying, damn, I appreciate waking up to this man. I appreciate what he does for me. And you know what? Because he gives me the liberty of not having to be reminded when I step outside in the world that I'm a black woman and those issues I have to go through, he makes my life a little bit better. I'm going to go extra hard. I'm going to make sure he's cool. And that's the problem. The problem is I'm not worrying about what somebody talking about us or what we got going on. Because when this door closed and when this camera is off, it's pure bliss. And it must be obvious because now y'all trying to look and creep and say, well, we want some of that happiness too. Yeah, the inbox is crazy right now. Did you see the little inbox jump that hit? Because she checked my inbox. I hope y'all know that when y'all send it. Oh yeah, I'm gonna tell y'all ladies this right now. Let me tell y'all how I get down. I don't even get mad. I don't get mad, and I completely understand because listen, ladies, they don't make TB or a TB like man no more. They just don't. They don't make them like that no more. My thing is, let's put TB and me out the side. If you with someone and you trust them, then you trust them. It's simple as that. If you love them, then you love them. If you with them, then you with them. There is no, well, this contingency, and if it's not this way, or I may not like it that way. First of all, what are you talking about? God has given you what you have asked for. Then you respect the blessing. Why would you receive something or backpedal? See, I don't like people that don't stand on what they're saying 10 toes down. TB told me this is what it's going to be. He's never failed me yet. And let me tell you something. This is how much I fuck with TB. If he did fail once, twice, or 10 times, he don't listen. That's human life. That's okay. I'm going to have his back regardless. He can't be perfect every time. That's just what that is. But that doesn't mean that I look at him any less of a man. He's going to have a bad day. The fact that he gets up and do what he does and put on that bulletproof vest is enough for me to say I'm going to love him for who he is. The problem is y'all don't grow with the times. Okay, you've been with someone for a certain period of time. They grow. They may not be wanting to sex you all the time or may not want to go out and watch The Notebook with you all the time. That don't mean they're less of a person. They grew. You grow with your person. You age with them. You experience life with them as sit foot. But like I said, at the end of the day, what y'all not going to do, this is what you're not going to do. You're not going to ask me or ask him because, see, they never asked us if they so-called friends. You never once had this conversation offline. You never once called and say, hey, you know, whatever. That's what friends do. All this putting it up on TV or putting it up on whatever, you got to understand TB is a caricature. TB is a personality. What he do for TV to get money, it bears no holding on his relationship at home. That's how most actors are. You mean to tell me Wolverine is cutting up his bitches when he get home?
Oh. First of all, you got $40 coming to the square.
I'm sorry, I got you.
You said the F-bomb. You done said
I'm sorry. My apologies.
I'm going to need that 40 out
I got you. I got
just
you.
being real, though. Like, you got to give me that.
That I mean, it's just, it don't make no sense. But that's why I said that loosey-goosey work, that friend stuff. See, this is why I do what I do. And some of y'all know how I get down. I'm not doing this with y'all. I don't play these games with y'all because my thing is I keep it light and I keep it respectful. Period. You don't ask me nothing about my relationship or ask TB, a grown man, a grown woman, about their relationship. If you have a problem and you are considerably a friend, you will call and ask. But if not, if you want to take it there, let me tell you something. It looked like Lisa looking for a way out. That's how it looked like to me, because if you're in disagreement with her on camera, if y'all can't get it together on camera, can't have the pep talk together on camera, at least pretend to look like you guys are in some type of matrimony, you damn sure shouldn't be swinging over here looking through our backyard.
Well, that went left. Yeah. This is the thing here. This is the thing with that. It's one of those things where, you know, my people get it's a very no, two flower $40, Phil. That's 15. No, I'm gonna need that whole two dubs out you. No, she said it, she got to pay it. So
who got me on my 40? Got me on my 40.
That's that. Listen, my thing is people live the way you want to live because we actually have to go to dinner. I want to give the shout outs to the people who supported the chat in this conversation. Phil sent $15 for her swear jar, which does not go towards it. She sent me $40. So I'm not going to take that. That 15 is not all the way, Phil. Rich Music sent Bitcoin. Wow. Said for the real. Michael Deshawn sent $25. Didn't say anything. And Booster sent $5. Adrian Terry said for a few shots. Chef Capone sent 10 and said thanks for the conversation. That's that. Listen, closing arguments. I personally don't have the same. My skin toughness is different than most people's. I can have these conversations because I'm not embarrassed about what I have going on at all. So we could definitely talk about them, but the outcome is going to be what the outcome is. Like I can't control how the outcome is. Y'all stop trying to pay for Two Fly's bill, bro. Let her pay her own bill, dog.
Yeah, I appreciate y'all. Come on, man. Come on, let her down.
Gosh, bro, let her pay her own bill, bro.
$20.
Freaking nah, bro. She need to send me. She gonna be $40, bro. This ain't got nothing to do with the house bills. Like this is she cussed on the line. Everybody else got to pay. She got to pay too.
No, that's not fair. People be
nah, bro. Look, no, and they pay they swear jar.
All right, I'm
Well, no, you're not. Dorian Dorian sent in for it.
That's right, Rich, for the dog skin. Shoot.
Yeah, no, I'm not letting. No, I'm telling y'all right now, it ain't gonna go. I'm gonna bring it up tomorrow. When she wake up, I'm gonna be like, what my swear jar money at? Because they don't pay for you. You got to pay your own swear jar, bro. Nah, man, I'm not doing that with y'all, bro. I got reservations. Yeah, so is that. I personally, like I said, I don't take it any type of way. People can continue to call in. I'm not going to restrict Law and Lisa from calling in. I'm not going to do any of that because it's a place where we can have conversations. It's just that simple. But yeah, that's all I can say about that. These type of conversations go this way. That's why I try to stay away from them. But hey, they come, and I did call for you to come on here. So it wasn't like I told them to come on here and speak about it. So that's just what it is. So I feel no type of way about it. I'm not mad about anything. Don't do drugs. I'm outie 530. I gotta go to dinner. Don't do drugs. If y'all like this, make sure y'all hit the Cash App if you like it. Mr. Perry, just hit the Cash App for $10. I got to get to this food because I am freaking starving. I can't tell you what I'm eating, bruh. I can't tell you what I'm eating. Y'all always want to know why you need to know what I'm eating, bruh? Y'all don't even know what I'm eating. This has been another lively bang, bang, bang. Thanks for Podcast or Die Trying for coming through with the content. Thank you for Phil for being the